All right, we are preparing to go live. Okay.
We're good. Okay, welcome everyone. It's really lovely to see 106 participants for this session, which is a very important session. I am Sneha here from Child Rights and You. I take care of the brand and communications part for CRY. CRY, to give you a very short gist, is a non-profit organization working for children, working towards creating healthier and happier childhoods for India's underprivileged children. Currently, we are 43 years old and we have impacted the lives of more than 3 million children across various states of India. So I'm here just to give a little bit of setting context to the session that's going to start. So everyone has already answered. Today is Safer Internet Day, and CRY is very happy to join hands with CSR to have this extremely important session. Before we get into the details of the session, let me share a little bit of a gist of a story. So imagine this young girl called Pooja. Yeah, she gets a friend request randomly. She accepts it. Yeah, and they get chatting. The guy is extremely friendly, extremely nice. She enjoys chatting with him. Cut to 2 weeks. Now the guy has a lot of information on Pooja, a lot of personal information on Pooja. What I'm skipping here is the girl is just 12 years old and the guy is a 40-year-old cyber stalker doing it regularly with a lot of people, probably going to use all the information for all the wrong reasons. Scary, isn't it? It is scary, but it's happening out there with a lot of people, including children. And this is just one of the online threats out there in the online world. And now that we are shifting, in the COVID-19 pandemic, when things are anyway shifting more digital, children are having more access to digital devices. They are spending their school time online. They're spending a lot more time online. The chances of them falling prey to these online threats, much higher right now. So today, now more than ever, we need to come together, right? Get more understanding, create more awareness, create more, get more informed to create a better, safer online world for everyone, especially our little ones. That is what we are here for. And I'm very happy to collaborate with CSR, who are the experts, in fact, in this field. And I'm going to quickly introduce my lovely folks at CSR. We have Jyoti Vadera, Head Media and Comms, Shruti Das and Apurva Bhandari, who are the project coordinators with CSR. Center for Social Research has been working towards a violence-free, gender-just society through social research, capacity building, and advocacy. For 10 years now, they've been working in this particular field of online safety for women, children, and young adults. And they're also in the safety advisory board for platforms like Facebook, Meta, and Twitter, which is great. So without wasting too much time, to jump right into the session, I'm going to tag Shruti, Apurva, Jyoti to take it further for everyone who's attending. I'm sure they're waiting for it. And everyone who's attending, I'm sure you're going to get a lot of information, a lot of insights from this session. And yes, just have a good time. It's going to be an interactive one, like it's there on the board for children, parents, teachers, everyone. Yeah. So we can start whenever you all are ready, guys.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sneha. And I hope everybody here has a wonderful time with us today and we get to learn from each other. So without wasting any time, we are going to begin. So as Sneha mentioned, CRY and CSR in collaboration are here with all of you today on the occasion of Safer Internet Day. So the theme for this year is Together for a Better Internet, exploring respect and relationships online. This day is celebrated with the aim of joining together to make the internet a safer and better place for all, especially for children and young people. So today we are going to talk to you about some important elements to build a safer and inclusive online world. And for that, we are going to touch upon and engage with you in creative dialogue and touch upon the topics like digital citizenship, positive communication online, netiquette, inclusive online spaces, consent, threats online, tools, tips and tricks, fake news and misinformation, digital well-being, and finally, some rules and policies. So let's start. So just like you and me are citizens of India, when you come online, you become digital citizens as well. And like the Indian Constitution gives us rights, responsibilities, and recognition, the online world also gives us the same with the right to access, but responsible networking. That, if followed, allows us to become an empowered digital citizen. Just a second. Yeah. So when we are online, we have to make sure that our engagement online is positive. So part of being online is to be respectful to others, is to be polite to others, to accept and respect differences is an important part of being an online responsible citizen. So how can we practice this positive online engagement? We can be kind and polite to others. We can respect other people's opinions and feelings. We can respect other people's privacy. We should not use foul language to hurt or embarrass someone. We should treat other people as you would like to be treated and follow netiquette. What is netiquette? Using words like thank you, please, and sorry. So let's delve a little bit into more of what netiquette means and why we should follow it. So part of positive online engagement is being respectful to other people, being polite to other people. We should be aware of our digital manners. And this digital manners is called netiquette. Remember, our parents and teachers have taught us while we were growing up, say thank you, please, sorry. What are these helping words? So ask yourself if your communication online is filled with these helping words or not. Is it respectful to others or not? So remember how when guests come into our house, our parents tell us you should say hello, you should say namaste. Similarly, when we are online, we should use these words and be polite to others. Here's an example of that. So here someone has landed into a great job and everybody is congratulating that person. You see how people are responding to the happy news by congratulating so overwhelmingly. This is how we can build an inclusive and a happy online space. Coming to inclusive, we should not forget that the internet is an inclusive space and absolutely should be so. It's important to note that people from all over the world are online, and these people may look different, speak different, have different ideologies, customs, and belief systems. It's important to understand that we have to accept and respect that difference. How to do that? Let's take example of crayons. Shouldn't we learn something from a box of crayons? Some are sharp, some are pretty, some are dull, some have weird names, some are bright colors, some are not so bright, but they happily exist in the same box. So we should all be like box of crayons who are different, but they are happily existing together. So understand that the online space is liberating and it's meant for everybody, not just you and me alone, but for all of us together. It's important to be respectful of others, be kind and welcoming, and have a positive impact. As an online citizen, you do get rights to the internet, but you're also responsible to maintain and spread the good and positive use of social media. What are those good and positive uses? Obeying rules, like we are obeying now, that we are talking and all of you are on mute, and then we're going to hear from all of you while we keep all our ears open to your conversations. So what does it make sure? That we both can talk to each other, and it also makes sure that the entire space is safe and protected. So by obeying rules, we just do not take care of our own safety, we also take care of others. Informed consent. Please understand that when you're in a space that is so huge, you have to ask for permission. Asking for permission in general is very crucial. Like you would not like having your photos, secrets, or videos or any information be shared without your consent. No one else will either. So remember that consent is key. So for that, let's do a poll. We're going to ask you a question and let's see what you guys think about it. Can we have the poll? So you guys have to click on the right answer there when you see the poll on your screen.
Shruti, are you able to see the results? We almost 25-30% participants have responded.
Okay, no, I can't see the results.
All right. So once all the participants have clicked on the right answer, we'll share the poll result.
Yes. So for everyone else, the poll question is that if a friend uploads a funny video of yours that had been recorded secretly, what you should do. So let's see and hear from Apurva what every one of you think you should do.
Okay, I think we should stop the poll now. Please share the result. So I can see that 92% have replied, I should probably ask for her permission. She might get really upset. So informed consent, asking for permission is really important. So yeah.
Absolutely. And that's wonderful that all of you guys agree to it, that asking for permission is important and you shouldn't click someone without their permission. Great. What happens when we do that? What happens when certain people do that online? There are threats online. So like there are two sides to every coin. Now that we know what it means to be a digital citizen and why positive engagement is important, we must also talk about the online threats. How do we know that someone's dangerous and how we should identify these personalities? The answer is to identify first. So number one is a cyber stalker. So who's a stalker? Someone who will get your information by spying on you. We have all seen those spying movies. Those are people who do it in person. But online, people might stalk you in different ways. In multiple ways, they can contact you to stalk you. How? Through the internet, through your emails, through social media platforms, and any other electronic communication platforms. But how do they get to you? They start talking to you and they ask you for your personal information. And in that entire space, some people might give it to them. So that's how they get to know all information about you. Remember the example that Sneha shared before we were starting this conversation? That's an example of a cyber stalker. Another example is cyber predators. I hope you will listen to this one very carefully. Cyber predators are accounts of people online who are very dangerous and they do not want you to tell anyone about them. For example, if they are talking to you, they wouldn't want anybody else in your family to know about them. They will ask you to not tell your mother, your parents, or your siblings. Online predators make you sad and emotional with their sob story. They want sympathy and attention to a point where they won't like it if you talk to anyone else. They often lurk and ask for very personal questions or for pictures and information. If you encounter a stranger like this, please be very cautious because this person can take advantage of you or someone in your network. So an example of a cyber predator is someone like you can see on the screen, that someone saying that we should meet in person, where do you live? And the other person is smart enough and they say, I don't think it's a good idea. I don't know you. So this is how you should respond to cyber predators or not respond to them at all. Another one that I think all of us know is fear of missing out, our FOMOs, and peer pressure. So peer pressure is just as real online as if it's in the real world. So first, let's do a poll and see what do you guys think. So what is the minimum age for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, all these social media sites? What do you guys think? What age should everybody come on these platforms to? Right. Apurva will tell us the answers.
So participants are clicking on the options. Let me just see. Once we stop the poll, so I'll inform everyone. All right, we are getting mixed answers for 16 years, 13 years. Are you guys sure it's not 10 years? All right, so we can stop the poll here. All right, so 65% of you have answered 16 years and 35% have answered 13 years. So Shruti, would you like to tell the right answer here?
I think it's 13. Apurva, am I wrong?
Yes. No, you are right, Shruti. The minimum age for getting on social media platforms, including Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat, is 13 years.
Absolutely. So 10 is too young, but 13 is fine. You guys can get on these platforms at 13 years. Just keep in mind that you understand what we are talking to you about today and keep those things in mind. Then you can get on any of these platforms very safely. So sometimes we end up wanting to be cool and we share things just because our friends have shared it or they are asking us to share it. Ki, please kar do. Are hum log bhi to kar rahe hai. So use your code of conduct here. Be assertive and positive and clearly understand what should be shared and what should not be shared. What can actually hurt someone? If someone shared that same thing about you, would you feel bad? Would you feel hurt? Remember to not shy away from speaking up. It's your right. So next one is cyberbullying and trolling. So I'm sure all of you have been trolled sometime or the other. If not, it's great. Trolls want to pick up a fight and discourage or irritate you. They are mean and they will say things out of context and challenge the smallest of things that you do online. So to understand this a little better, we have another poll for you, another question for you. What do you guys think is cyberbullying? Or who do you guys think are cyberbullies? Let's see what the answer comes.
Okay, so we are receiving the response from participants. Right, 40% of you have replied. Just waiting for some more to respond. Okay, getting a mixed response from everyone. All right. So we can, I think we can stop the poll here and share result with everyone. So 90% of you are saying it is the use of technology to harass, threaten, embarrass, or target another person. So we are asking you about what is cyberbullying, and your answer is right. 90% of you have replied with it is the use of technology, the platforms on internet to harass, threaten, embarrass, or target another person.
Correct. So not just using cell phones, any technology, your social media accounts, your phones, your card details, anything to target and harass someone are people who are cyberbullies. So again, one more question. I think when we started with this conversation, there was a chat that said, okay, it happened with me also. My father was asked that you should give 5,000 rupees or 50,000 rupees. So that's online scamming. Scamming is something that's always intentional. And the reason is to be dishonest with you and deceive you. And the focus is on your money. So let's do a poll to understand that if you're on computer and something suddenly pops up saying that you have won rupees 10,000 and all you need to do is enter your bank details. What would you guys do? So waiting for results from Apurva.
Yes, Shruti. Come on, everyone, please click on the right option. What do you think? अगर आपको कोई ऐसे मैसेज आता है पॉपअप से कि आपने प्राइस अमाउंट जीता है, सो आप अपने बैंक की डिटेल्स उन्हें देंगे या आप उसको मिनिमाइज करेंगे या फिर आप एग्जिट कर देंगे पॉपअप को? व्हाट विल यू गाइस डू? क्विकली आंसर. All right, so we can stop the poll now. Yeah, so I think the maximum participants answered that exit the pop-up.
So great, you guys know how to keep yourself safe from online scammers, that you will not enter your bank details. Great. So I think we have all received these emails and messages saying that you have won the lottery or things that say that you can click here and earn 60,000 a month. All these are internet scammers. There's no sweet money out there. So remember to not click on these links and exit all the pop-ups that come like this and delete all the emails that say that you have won the lottery and don't pick up calls of unknown people. The next thing that we are going to talk about is a little more detail, and that's morphing. or deep fake morphing, as it's sometimes called. It is a process in which a person in an existing image or video, you can simultaneously see the video on screen. A person in an existing image or video is replaced with someone else's likeness. While the act of faking content is not new, deepfake leverages powerful techniques from machine learning and artificial intelligence to manipulate or generate visual or audio content with high potential to deceive. So this is something that you should be very careful about. So our partner CRY, they did a study on online safety for children, which was released in 2020. So we are going to share some highlights from that study with all of you. Number one, 48% children suffer from some level of internet addiction. 1 out of 10 children have experienced cyberbullying one time or the other in their life. 1 out of 10 children have also experienced profile hacking or profile misuse. So before we move ahead, we have a poll for all of you, and you guys can tell us that someone posts a link of an unknown website on your social media. What would you guys do in that case?
Okay, so we are receiving replies from all the participants. Right. All right. So more than 60% of you have replied, and 94% are saying that decide to ignore. It is an unfamiliar website. Who knows what could be on it. So
that's absolutely true, actually. Yes. So you're not supposed to click on any unfamiliar links, and you should definitely report it or ignore it. So now when we talked about so many threats, we also should tell you about some tools, tips, and tricks so that you can make your social media and conversational platforms safe and secure. So let's go and understand how we can keep ourselves safe. Number one is private information. While growing up, we have been told, right? You shouldn't share your house address with strangers, your secrets with strangers, your phone numbers, personal details with strangers. Remember? So similarly, when you come online, you're not supposed to share the same personal information with any stranger online. Another one is strong passwords. When we go out of our house, we lock our houses. Similarly, when we are online, we have to lock our social media accounts, email IDs, and we should lock all these spaces because they contain our private information, and we should use strong passwords. But what do strong passwords mean? It means that it should not have our name, contact details, home address, birth dates, etc. For example, my birth date is 3rd July 1996. So if I keep my password as 3796, everybody, now you guys also who know my birthday will know my password, right? But if I keep something as qtelephants_07, nobody would understand. So this is something that you should keep in mind. And it's possible that some of you might find it difficult to keep strong password. There are websites for it, like strongpasswordgenerator.com, and you can refer to it. So a password should be a mixture of small and capital letters and numbers and something that's not personal. Then we have the 30-second rule. Before posting anything on social media, we should take a step back for just 30 seconds and look at the photo, video, or information that we are about to share. Ask yourself if this might hurt someone or harm someone's reputation. If someone else posted it about me, would I like it? If the answer to all of these questions is no, this is just a picture of my breakfast, or this is just a selfie of me, then go ahead and post it. If it's anything otherwise, you should stop then and there. The next thing is two-factor authentication. I'm sure many of you, 136 people out here, some of you at least might know it. That two-factor authentication is a tool that can make all your social media platforms more secure, and it also reduces the chances of hacking. How? An example of that would be if you have a social media account and you link it with your email address. So whenever you log in, there'll be a notification that says someone has tried to log in. If that's you, it's great. You can continue. But if it's not, you can stop it then and there. And see, that reduces the chance of your social media hacking has been stopped. So when we are online and we know that there are threats online, and now we also know some tools, tips and tricks, but there are some other superpowers that all of us have to make our online experience safe and secure and also help us through these threats. What are those? Unfollow. If an account makes you uncomfortable and you go back feeling negative, please unfollow it. The option is always there. We just forget to use it sometimes. So if someone's not making you feel comfortable, just unfollow them. Another option is block. Block accounts that are harmful for your well-being. So you don't see content from them and they don't see anything from you. And there's no sort of engagement at all. And this is something that's your responsibility. Report. As a digital citizen, you should know that you have a feature to report people who make the entire online space negative, so that you save yourself and your network from any kind of online negativity. So let's do a quick poll to understand that if you get cyberbullied or harassed online, what would all of you do?
Okay, so we are receiving the answers from participants. We are talking about superpowers, and if you get cyberbullied or harassed online, what will you do? What is going to be your action? So, okay. I would request to stop the poll. Oh, all right. So 94% replied with tell your parents or someone close to you and ask for help. And 5%, Shruti, I want to mention that 5% are saying them bully them back. And 1% is saying keep quiet and not tell anyone. So.
Okay. So to all the 5% people, if you bully them back, then we are going to report you guys. So do not bully people back. That's not the solution. You should definitely tell your parents or someone elder or someone close to you. And you can even write to us. We work on this. So we are going to leave our email IDs in the chat box. You should always ask for help. Asking for help is absolutely cool. It's super cool to ask for help, to reach out to someone. So whenever you face negative experience or are confused about what to do, what are the next steps, okay, I'm stuck here, please ask for help from your parents, teachers, friends, siblings, even us. We are leaving our email addresses in the chat box. You can also follow us on our social media accounts and send direct messages. We are on board with the safety advisory on many platforms, as we told you, Facebook, Meta, Twitter. So feel free to flag your situations and we'll be there to reach out. Another very important thing that we're going to talk to you about today is fake news and misinformation. The great thing about the internet is that you can get information about everything with one click anytime. So, but the hard thing is that the internet is such a huge space that there's so much information that sometimes it gets very difficult for even us to understand. Is this true? Should we trust this? Is this reliable? Should we actually believe in this? So how do we know that the news that we are reading or something that we are watching is true or not? Let's find out. We have some tips and tricks to help you find out if the news, picture, video, any information that you're reading or seeing, if it's true or not. So there are some tips to spot fake news. Number one is check the URL. All of you know what a URL is? www.google.com, HTTP something. All of these are URLs. So if there's a lock sign in front of a URL, means the website is safe to use. But if you see an exclamation mark in front of a URL, means you should not access that website. Check if the headlines are proper or are they instigating. Are the headlines something that doesn't make sense at all? Like all days of March are a holiday. Something that doesn't make sense, can't be true. Check the news by searching it on other websites. Means check for evidence and look for other reports. Don't just believe on one news itself. Check for that news at other places. Do a Google search and find out if the images, videos, or news piece is authentic or not. And check the dates and formatting of anything that you read. So to actually understand and to actually separate fact from fake, we have to understand that there are three types of information. What are those? Fact, opinion, and fake news. So let's understand what a fact is first. So this is a building and this is a fact. If someone says that this is an apple, we would say, no, you're wrong. So this is something that's a fact and nobody can change it, that this is the building. But now if I say that the colors of this building is not beautiful, this is my opinion. You might think that it's very beautiful, and that's okay. We both can have separate opinions. But fake news is something, if someone comes and says that the building vanishes at night, we would either take it as a joke or just ignore them. But this is something that's absolutely fake, and you should understand to separate real and fake through this. So let's see if you guys actually understood what we are saying, if all of you are paying attention. Guess if the pictures, news, and videos that we are going to show you now are fake or a fact. So let's play a little game with all of you. What you guys have to do, we will show you the picture and you can write in the chat box if it's real or if it's fake. And Apurva will tell us what your answers are. So this is the first picture. Is it real or is it fake?
Okay. Students are writing in the chat box, fake. I can see everyone is saying fake, but is there any reason for calling this picture a fake?
Yeah, you guys can write reasons as well. Why do you think this is fake? Someone's
I
cooking
believe
so nicely.
Yes, exactly. He's a good cook. All right. So I think, okay, one or two people are saying real, somebody's asking reality, gravity, not reality. Oh, I got the answers got mixed. Real and then gravity. He can be talented,
Correct.
somebody's saying.
I think someone who said gravity was bang on, that it would fall if this was a real thing, no? Correct. So this picture was absolutely fake. And you guys are right. Okay, second one, look at it carefully and tell us if it's fake or not. Rupees 2000 note comes with micro nano GPS chip to track exact location of currency. This is true or is it not?
I think this was also a part of a news story.
Yep.
So students must be aware of this. Somebody
What
saying
is everybody
real or fake. It's again fake has the like more percentage
most number of votes?
Yes.
Okay. Correct. So this is absolutely fake. None of your notes have any GPS track. Only Google Maps have GPS, nothing else. Next one. Our national anthem is declared as the best national anthem by UNESCO. True or false?
Okay. Somebody started with true and everyone else is saying false, fake.
Why do you think what you think? Like if people think that this is true, why do they think this is true? And people who think that this is not, why do you think this is fake?
I believe I have heard it from someone that our national anthem is the best in the world. So through social media, I believe, from WhatsApp message.
Yeah,
somebody
WhatsApp
saying
messages.
WhatsApp message, but it was not in the newspaper.
True.
Biased. Somebody saying that this is a biased opinion.
Correct. And this is absolutely fake. So this can be an opinion that we might love our national anthem, but UNESCO won't declare that. So great, you guys actually understand to differentiate between what is fake and what is real. That's amazing. So now we are going to talk about a very important thing, and that is digital well-being. So we should look after ourselves both physically and mentally. So while we are continuously using technology, because I think many of us are students here and their entire online classes, like their entire school became online. So we have been using technology quite a lot and for a large chunk of our day. We shouldn't forget that it's important to take care of our health as well. So how can we take care of that while we are online? By building healthy digital habits. What are these? One is sensitive sharing and posting. So before that, let's do a poll. How long do you think a picture lasts when it's posted? Let's see what all of you think.
Okay, students are replying. The participants are giving their opinion. Building healthy digital habit. How long can a picture last when we post it online? Okay, I would request to end the poll and share result. Right, so 88% said until you delete it from your timeline, 4% are saying 1 year, and 8% of participants are saying that it only stays online for a month.
Okay. So actually the correct answer to it is that until you delete it from your timeline. When you actually go ahead and delete it, that's the only time when it's gone. So let's do a quiz with you guys and understand that when you're online, what can be certain situations that everyone might come across. And let's see what you guys think we should all do. A friend has posted an embarrassing photo or video of you and has tagged you to just make fun of you. What would all of you do? A, reply to that post with an embarrassing photo or video of yours to take revenge. Message your friend that you didn't like the post and report the post on the platform by clicking it's inappropriate. Feel sad and miserable and deactivate and delete your social media account. Also remember, there is no right answer. It's different for everyone. Let's see what they do.
So most of the participants are saying option B. I
Okay.
can see in the chat box, second option, option B.
Okay. So you guys will take back all that you learned today and you will click on inappropriate and report the post, and also tell your friend that you didn't like it. Good. You will put forth your emotions and you put forth your feelings, and also you will do the correct thing that's required in terms of online setting. So great. Next thing is appreciate different points of view. So we have talked about this earlier as well, and we have told you that there are various types of people online from different backgrounds. So obviously everyone will have different perspectives. We need to be able to accept this difference in an effort to be a responsible digital citizen. Let's see, and this time there's absolutely no correct answer. So look at it and let's see what everybody can see. What can you guys see first? A face or birds?
Okay, so students are replying face, birds, 3 birds. Okay. Birds ko lock kiya jaye. Somebody just wrote. Okay, so mixed answer. Again, Shruti, we have mixed answers.
So we wanted mixed answers. So I can see a face. That's the first thing that I saw. You guys could see birds, and yeah, someone just said that birds ko lock kiya jaye. So birds or a face, both are correct, and it's okay. Both different people can see different things, and that's absolutely okay. This one is again something we are telling you again: be kind. As an organization working for the betterment of our society, we want to emphasize that it doesn't take much to be kind in life, and especially online. We want to repeat ourselves, and there are innumerable perspectives online and people from all walks of life who interact with each other. Even if we don't agree with them, even if I can see a face and you can see a bird, we can still be kind to each other. So again, a question for all of you. Your friend is going through a tough time at home. She's now posting stories that talk about depression and anxiety. What would you all do? A, message her family members and ask them to talk to her. B, call her and suggest mental health professional who can help her out through this. C, speak to her parents without her knowledge, telling them about her situation and also the online post. Again, no correct answer.
Okay, so most of the participants are replying A, B. B is the most selected answer here. Some are saying A as well as C. So again, a mixed response from all the participants.
Okay, great. So it's great to see that you guys have actually suggested that people should go to mental health professional. That's a good take. So great. Next is careful consumption of information. Like we talked about fake news and misinformation, keeping our eyes and ears open before we blindly accept something or something that we see online in words or as a video. What does it actually mean? It means that we should be critical thinkers and do our own analysis and research about the information when we get online. So a question to all of you. You receive an information that 2 cups of ginger tea every day will ensure that you never have cancer. What do? A, forward the message with your friends with a note on why you agree to this. B, ignore the message. C, verify the post through trusted internet sources and share the information with the sender of the message. Again, no one correct answer, so you can go ahead and answer.
We are getting response on point B and C. Ignore the message and verify the post. So these are the two options that the participants are going with.
Amazing, chalo. Nobody feels that this is true. So that's great. So it again reaffirms that you actually understood how to differentiate between a fact and a fake thing. Great. And finally, taking the time out. The quality of time you spend online is incredibly important for your well-being. So is the quantity. So too much screen time, too much of Free Fire and PUBG, all this could mean that you're neglecting other important things in your life. So take some time off your phone and spend some time doing other activities that does not involve technology, like reading, engaging in physical activities, spending time with your family, etc. Also, like we all need a bedtime, our brains need to sleep, our body needs to sleep. Similarly, our phones need that too. So make sure when you're resting, your phone is resting as well. Don't keep your phone with you or look at the phone while you're sleeping. So we should take time off screen, decide how much time you'll spend online, decide how many apps you would have online, decide on how long would you play that game. Set a reminder and take a break. It's important. And finally, we have come to rules and policies. So I would request, is Jyoti here?
Yeah, hi.
Yeah. So over to you, Jyoti.
Hi, everyone. So nice to see your faces. So Shruti and Apurva, they've together talked to you about some boundaries to consider when we are engaging online. But it's also useful to remember that there are rules on social media or internet platforms set by the digital platforms. You don't set them, but when you need to follow them if you want to use their services or applications. All services and programs have a set of rules and policies that you need to follow. And when you sign up to them, you are agreeing to the rules. If you don't follow these, your account can be suspended or cancelled. And if you see someone else flouting the rules, you should report them. And finally, we want to say that you might have learned a few things today, right? I'm assuming that you've learned a few things. Next slide, please. Yeah. A few things. And to help keep yourself safe while online, please be a responsible digital citizen. Also, share this knowledge with your friends, with your family and your peers, and as many people as you can in your network. This is called paying it forward. So if something good has happened to you, like you've learned how to keep yourself safe today while you're online and in general, why not tell your friends about it? Yes? Whatever were the best takeaways that you're going to take with you, talk about fake news and misinformation, or you can talk about the dangerous situations one can face online, or the superpowers that you have when you're online. Yes. So does anyone want to tell me in the chat box what are the key things or the main things they learned today? Does anyone remember we spoke about taking time off from the screen? Yes, using internet safely and using the tools that are available to you to keep yourself safe. About how to recognize fake news. Okay. And so you have all our email addresses, right? We've left our email addresses and ways to contact us. If you face any situation which you think you would like to share with us or flag with us or need help with, please feel free to contact us. Over to you, Sneha.
I think that was an extremely insightful session. Thank you, Jyoti, Shruti, Apurva. And I'm sure everyone who's attending this right now has also gained a lot of information, and it's just a request to keep this information with you all. It is something that is necessary to live with, because we live in a community, we share the online world. Just again, uh, quick thing that the resources and contact details from CSR is mentioned in the chat box. So everyone who wants to reach out, please do, especially to all the children out there who are attending. Please reach out to your adults, loved ones, whenever you fall in such a situation. It's extremely critical that you reach out. And to everyone else who's participating, let's just make this a better, kinder, safer world for everyone, and especially for our little ones out there. That's it. I think it was a very insightful session, and I took part in all the polls as well. So I think everyone has taken back a lot of information, and that's really good. Yeah, that's about it. Thank you so much. And thank you for so many people. Like, they're still there and they're still writing. Damn good.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Have a lovely